Right now, across America, millions of seniors are waking up every morning with the same heavy weight on their shoulders. Rent keeps rising, groceries cost more than ever, utility bills climb higher every season, and yet Social Security benefits are barely moving fast enough to keep up. For many older Americans living on fixed incomes, the question isn't about luxury or comfort anymore. It's about survival. It's about choosing between medication and food. It's about turning down the thermostat in winter and sitting in the dark to save a few dollars on electricity. Inflation has quietly drained the strength of retirement for far too many people, and seniors are feeling the pressure in the most personal way possible. Welcome to Truth Lens, a channel created to bring light to what truly matters, especially for everyday Americans who are trying to hold on in difficult times. This is a place where the reality behind government decisions, benefit changes, and financial pressures is brought into focus without confusion or exaggeration. Here, the goal is simple: clarity, honesty, and attention to the people who are too often overlooked. If you are a senior living on Social Security or disability, or someone who cares for a loved one who is, this is where your story matters and where your struggles are seen, heard, and understood. Right now, there is a growing national conversation about how seniors will survive in 2026 and beyond. Many people are hearing about proposals that sound helpful on the surface, but when you look closer, they offer only short-term relief. One proposal being talked about is a temporary $2,000 stimulus check that would go out to certain Americans next year. While that amount sounds helpful, it is a one-time payment, and once it is spent, it is gone forever. Another proposal being discussed is a plan that would send seniors an additional $200 each month, but only for a few months before it disappears. These ideas might bring quick relief, but they do not fix the deeper problem, which is that Social Security benefits themselves are no longer strong enough to protect seniors from today's real cost of living. For seniors living on Social Security, this reality feels personal. Many older Americans worked for decades, paid into the system their entire lives, and were promised stability in retirement. Instead, they are now watching their dollars stretch thinner each month. Many seniors sit at kitchen tables balancing checkbooks, trying to decide what can be postponed, what bills can wait, and what necessities can no longer be afforded. Prescription drug prices continue to rise, doctor visits cost more, and basic needs like food and transportation now eat up a larger portion of already limited income. This struggle is silent, but it is widespread. It is happening in big cities and small towns, and it is happening to people who did everything right. There are currently two major temporary relief ideas being discussed publicly. One involves a single $2,000 payment to help Americans cope with rising costs next year. This payment is connected to government revenue sources and is designed to act like a financial cushion for families and seniors who qualify under income limits. While this payment could help cover rent, groceries, or medical costs for a short period, it does not change the long-term structure of Social Security. Once the money is used, life returns to the same financial pressures, the same rising prices, and the same fixed benefit amounts. The second temporary idea being discussed involves sending seniors and disability beneficiaries a $200 monthly increase for several months in a row. While this would feel like a lifeline during that short window, it is designed to expire after a limited time. Once those months are over, the extra money stops, and seniors return to their original benefit amount. For people who are already struggling to make ends meet, temporary help can feel like standing under shelter during a storm, only to be pushed back into the rain once the program ends. The truth is, seniors don't just need temporary fixes, they need permanent change. And this is where a much more powerful piece of legislation enters the picture. There is a bill currently in Congress called the Social Security Expansion Act, and it represents something fundamentally different from short-term relief. This bill focuses on permanently increasing Social Security benefits and fixing the system so that it truly protects seniors from inflation and long-term financial pressure. For struggling seniors, This kind of change could mean the difference between constant anxiety and real financial breathing room. The Social Security Expansion Act is designed to immediately raise monthly Social Security payments by a significant amount, not for a few months, but permanently. This means seniors would not have to fear that help will suddenly disappear after a deadline. The bill also adjusts how cost of living increases are calculated, so that benefits rise more accurately with real-world expenses such as housing, medical care, food, and utilities. For seniors who rely entirely on Social Security or disability benefits, this change would mean their income finally reflects the true cost of living in today's economy. One of the most life-changing parts of this proposed law focuses on protecting seniors who receive the lowest benefits. Many older Americans are currently living far below what anyone should consider a livable income. Some seniors survive on amounts that force them into near-constant poverty. This legislation is designed to raise minimum benefit levels to match a fair percentage above the federal poverty line. For seniors who have spent years surviving on the bare minimum, this change could be nothing short of transformational. It means more money for food, more stability in housing, better access to health care, and a chance to live with dignity rather than fear. Another powerful feature of this bill is that it strengthens the long-term future of Social Security itself. Many seniors live with the constant fear that the program will be cut or reduced in the future. News reports often talk about trust fund shortages and possible benefit reductions. This legislation is designed to secure the system for decades, guaranteeing that the benefits seniors worked their entire lives for will remain protected. That kind of security matters deeply to people who have already given so much of their lives to hard work. Behind this bill is growing support from major senior advocacy organizations that recognize how urgent this situation has become. These groups understand that seniors cannot continue to live under the pressure of rising prices paired with stagnant income. They understand that older Americans should be able to enjoy their later years with peace of mind instead of constant financial stress. For seniors who feel forgotten, ignored, or left behind, this kind of support is a sign that their voices are finally being heard in the halls of power. For seniors who wake up every day worried about how to afford groceries, how to pay for medicine, and how to keep a roof over their heads, this conversation is not political. It is personal. It is about dignity. It is about respect. It is about recognizing that a lifetime of work deserves more than constant worry in retirement. Seniors who depend on Social Security are not asking for luxury. They are asking for fairness, stability, and the ability to live without fear of their next bill. As this movement grows, awareness becomes more important than ever. Seniors across the country are paying attention. Families are paying attention. Communities are paying attention. The future of Social Security will shape how millions of older Americans live their lives in the years ahead. What happens next will not only affect today's seniors, but every future generation that hopes to retire with security instead of stress. Here on Truth Lens, the focus remains clear: bringing clarity to complex issues, honoring the reality of seniors who are struggling, and shining a light on the decisions that truly matter. For seniors living on fixed incomes, for those on Social Security and disability, and for families watching loved ones struggle, this story is far from over. It is unfolding in real time, and it deserves attention, respect, and truth.